Hey, Cancer. Mel, Intuitive Coach here. Excited to bring in your May 2025 Love and Family reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Cancer, what do you have going on here? Ooh, some of you are preparing for union. There's a new phase coming in for you here, whether you're in a relationship or not, or this may have to do with family dynamics, maybe even friendships. Let's see what is cooking for you in the month of May. So in the past, you've done a lot of healing. All right, you've done a lot of healing here, a lot of learning, expanded energy with this hot air balloon. Some of you have been preparing for this new phase for quite some time after maybe dealing with a period of separation, okay? Or if you felt disconnected from love or disconnected from others, maybe you had to give yourself that space in order to fully heal or prepare for what's next. But what I see for you, Cancer, in the present energy, you actually have the coffee cup card. And this is about you meeting and talking with someone or connecting to a person who means a lot to you, or will certainly mean a lot if this is a new person. And I feel like you want to savor the moment. There's a message here of building a friendship or going back to the basics here of friendship, okay? Because you have the coffee cup card, and this is your present energy for the month of May. Building strong, solid friendships here, focusing on strengthening existing bonds. But I also see that you're meeting new people. So you really are savoring the moment. Some of you could be going on a coffee date. You could be having some good heart to heart, some good conversations. And I'm also getting some of you may speak to loved ones in spirit during your maybe morning coffee or tea breaks. That's what I'm getting here. Someone may also smell like cappuccino, or they smell like coffee beans. I feel like there's a strong scent coming in, and it may not even be that scent. It could be someone that you are connecting with has a very delicious scent, and that's something you notice about them. But in the recent past, Cancer, you have the ascending card. Like I mentioned, you have been preparing for this. Preparing for either a meeting with someone of the past, just because you do have a past second chance energy. But for a lot of you, this is a new preparation period that you've been kind of working on so you can come to the table and bring something new to the mix. Now, in the future position, you have self-indulgence. This is about your self-worth and value. I also see you've been working on boundaries here. You've taken the time out to heal. You're still healing. We all are on this healing journey. And I feel like you've done some healing work around the shadow, maybe around insecurities and self-worth. And I'm also getting body image for some of you. You may have struggled with how you've looked externally, but I feel like you are coming to a place where you're more confident in your own skin. You are appreciating all of you. And I feel like there's someone here who looks past some of the flaws, right? They're not there for what you look like. I feel like there's this beautiful, appreciative energy that you have with someone here. And I also see your time is being valued, like your energy is being valued in a way that maybe it wasn't in the past. So the overall vibe or theme for the month of May is the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. This is your element here of water, and she's very, very intuitive. The Queen of Cups here is someone who fosters genuine connections, and that's what you are open to. That's what you are looking for, is more than just surface, right? You want to go deep with with the partnerships that you are entertaining, whether this be having a conversation with a mother, having a conversation with, a best friend or a lover, you want there to be that emotional depth as well as, the physical and the spiritual, all of it. And I see here that you are getting deep here and you're really opening up your heart here to maybe someone else, or opening your heart up to prepare you to bring in someone here new. Because bottom of the deck, we actually have the King of Pentacles, respect. And it feels like you respect yourself, you respect your time to not give in to maybe false whims or like temptations that are short-lived. And I see here that what you are calling in, is something very stable, because you are aligning with this, and it's taken some time with that Seven of Pentacles. And then I see the Emperor at the bottom. Wow. So definitely opening your heart here. The main energy is about you being centered, okay? Centering those emotions. You may even be in a caring profession. You may be a healer of some sort, but be mindful that you are, working on your own healing journey, because sometimes Cancer, you may get in that nurturing energy where you just want to love up and take care of and heal others. But of course, make sure you're taking care of yourself with this self-indulgence card. Now, your energy, your heart space, what are you bringing in? Look at you, Mr. and Mrs. Honesty here. Page of Pentacles. This is honest and clear intentions. And this always reminds me of the Easter eggs, which is interesting. We just celebrated Easter, for those of you that celebrate that. But this is a time of messages and communication, and being able to have honest conversations with yourself and with others. Now, the Page of Pentacles is someone who's very practical, very, very hardworking, but also invests in relationships or invest in themselves first so that they can bring their best version of themselves to a relationship. And I feel like that's where you're at here. That's what you've been doing, is preparing for this new beginning, or preparing to put yourself out there, connect with others in some way, and to bring your true, raw, authentic best self. And that's why I love this honesty coming in. And the eggs to me are new beginnings. So I feel like there's a new beginning that you are preparing for. And then we see here the energy of someone that you are either connecting to or someone that's entering in. They're actually showing up as the Eight of Cups in reverse. So the Eight of Cups in reverse means that they may have left someone or something behind in order to grow, but I feel like they're circling back to you in some way. So even if this is new, it feels like you've actually connected with them in the past, whether as a friend or timing. It almost feels like divine timing. Maybe this person was in a relationship and you were in a relationship, and maybe you've crossed paths, whether you're aware of it or not. But now it's like this individual, they're coming back around here, and they may want to build something, deep, but it's going to be built on a foundation of friendship here. Now, Eight of Cups could be that they have cut ties. They've moved on as well from an individual that they were dealing with, and they want something deeper for themselves. So it's actually a perfect alignment here with this Queen of Cups. Now, for those of you that have maybe felt a little bit separate, if you are in a relationship currently, it may feel like you and your partner were like two ships passing in the night. But because this is in reverse, I just get that someone is trying to come back around to you in some way. They may want to talk more, and that may take you by surprise, but it shouldn't, because you've been working on inviting that energy in or opening up that heart space. So I definitely see that this energy is workable here, whomever this is that you are connecting with or calling in. Now, what's hidden? We have the Chariot. Beautiful. That's your major arcana. What's hidden is there's a turning point. coming in, where if you feel like you've been in the woods about a situation, or if you had to take a separation period or a bit of a pause to do some inner work, to realign your energies and to get back on track, because some of you may have felt like you lost some direction, or it just feels like your emotions may have been a bit imbalanced here. I feel like you now are able to move forward, or at least that's what's hidden. Okay, maybe it's not quite coming up to the surface yet, but it feels like you will soon know where you stand and where you're going. Because this Cancerian energy, I mean, this is you, shows up in June. And I feel by June here, there's a new level of appreciation for what you've gone through or what this person brings to the table. And I see conversations. I do see, communicating with someone that maybe there has been a disconnect in some way, and you may not see it yet, but there's definitely a big shift happening. And I mean, that's quick too. And it could show up as if out of the blue, but it's because you've been training, you've been preparing, you've been wanting a new phase, and here it is. That's the turning point you've been looking for. Now, what's the advice or the action? 6 of Cups in reverse. So again, tells me that one of two things: either this is a soulmate that you've already connected with, or it's someone that you're currently maybe intertwined with, could be physically and emotionally. But the 6 of Cups is also about letting go of unhealthy past attachments. That's the advice here for you. So if this has been some sort of trauma bond, or if there has been wounds of childhood, okay, or maybe even feelings of buying, like buying affection, buying friendships, or even romanticizing a past, I feel like that is what needs to be looked at or released in some way, okay, in order for a union to blossom. Whether you are together or separate, I just feel like there's still some underlining energy here, and it's important to address the unhealthy past attachments. Even though there's been a lot of learning, a lot of growing, this could be something that is discussed. Maybe this is with a family member. And you say here, there's been some childhood wounding that has caused me to play this story out in all of my relationships, right? And maybe this is forgiveness here of a father or a mother. I did see that Emperor at the bottom, the Emperor in reverse. This may even be due to past relationships that you've had. And I feel like you're bringing it all to the table here. And that's going to create maybe a deeper intimacy or deeper bond between you and another individual. All right. Now, Cancer, for your outcome, we have the Temperance card in reverse. So the outcome here, it still feels a little bit wobbly. All right. Even though there is a fresh energy coming to the mix, it feels like you are building a friendship. One of you may want something to happen quickly, and the other person may want more like a slower vibe. And I feel like that could clash. If that Chariot comes in and someone has feelings, because it feels like there's an undertone of like an emotional current that is showing up, where someone may catch feelings quite quickly. And then the other individual is like, whoa, slow this down here. We're just getting into this here, or we're just getting back to this point of being able to connect. And it just feels like it's important to try to balance up, because this could be, I'm just going to say for some of you, you may be entering into, or perhaps you are rising above a karmic relationship with the 6 of Cups and the Temperance. I mean, that can be a karmic dynamic. And we have many of them that are here to teach us how to grow in some way or another. I feel like all relationships are karmic, and karma doesn't have to be negative, right? It can be good karma for deeds that we have, conquered, whatever it is that we've been wanting to grow and learn from. I feel like you have the ability to move forward. Some of you are breaking a cycle, breaking out of maybe an ancestral pattern with that Emperor in reverse here showing up. Okay, so some of you may have been in a dynamic where the control was leading, like you felt controlled, or perhaps you felt out of control and you didn't know what to do, and that caused separation. I feel like you may have been dealing with someone who was very greedy, someone who was maybe very narcissistic, or they just had those energies of needing a little more discipline in some way, but the discipline came through control. They thought that if they controlled everyone or everything through fear or through anger or whatever it may be, it felt like a lower vibe, that things were going to be okay, but it really created separation. It created some sort of distance here or disconnect. And whether that's been someone of the past or maybe that's the current energy, I feel like that King of Pentacles is standing in a good, strong, solid place where you feel like you're able to move forward. Okay. Now I do want to take a look. I want to know what we need to know about the Temperance, because this can be an overprotective energy. I mean, someone could be really protecting their heart in some way, and that could cause the delay. But like I said, by Cancer season, it feels like both energies are on the same page. But I'm just going to pull a couple of cards here to see what we need to know about the Temperance. I mean, the angels are backing up this union in some way, okay? Or someone in the spirit world is helping you with this turning point. Spirit, why is the Temperance coming in? I mean, some of you're dealing with a Sag, but it has to do with balance. It has to do with self-control. Oh, that's why. There's that 8 of Cups again. Excessive expectations. Yeah. It feels like someone has been lost. Maybe that's the 8 of Cups here, right? That we see in your person's energy. They get lost sometimes in excessive expectations, which causes a delay in moving forward. And that's why, I feel like something is coming back around here for you to take a look at and say, okay, I am coming to a point here where I've ascended. That's what you're saying here, Cancer. I've ascended, and I'm going to have a serious talk or a conversation with someone here, because if they're not willing to grow, if they're not willing to release some of the expectations, whatever that third party energy is here, I feel like you're going to choose you. You're going to choose your happiness, your stability. You're going to choose to value your time, your self-worth. And I feel like you appreciate this person being honest, even if the truth hurts. And I'm kidding, that Lizzo song, Truth Hurts, which means you'd rather have the truth than live in a lie. I feel like most of us would, but that's not always the case. And the 8 of Cups here is saying, okay, someone fears change, but change is needed. And I feel like it's because emotions are entangled. Yeah, someone is fearing change, but emotionally, there's a lot going on for maybe this individual here. But because you are open to a new beginning here, I feel like this is you getting honest with yourself and choosing to invest in things that are aligned with you. And that may be why the Temperance is here, because the time is now. Like, it's time for you to bring in a sense of tender love and care for yourself. You've been patient. All right, you've been patient here, but now it feels like you're stepping out of the woods and you are entering into this space in your life, and you're hoping that it can be with people who want to come with. But if not, I just see that you are okay with investing in you. And that has taken a long time for you to get to that point, because emotionally you have matured and your intuition is guiding you at this time. You feel very strongly. I mean, there's a heavy undertone here, undercurrents of emotional energy that's happening. But when you show up in this balanced, honest vibe, you're not sugarcoating it. You're letting someone know, like, this is how I feel. This is what I would like. And you may realize that your beliefs and their beliefs, maybe they don't match up in a way that you had hoped. So let's get a message here from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have here for Cancer, please? What do we have for Cancer? Wisdom of the Oracle. Change in the wind, and we certainly see that change coming in. So the change in the wind is in reverse. It's card 12. Okay, it's 12, which can be that Hanged Man energy. And I see that if some of you have been waiting for something to change or shift, or again, if you're waiting for something to come back around, I feel like it is, but you are going to respond in a different way this time. That's what's the difference, or that's what the difference is here. A sense that an unseen change has been initiated. This is preparation. It's feeling a shift. It can be a little bit of uncertainty, but because you are open to it, you're listening to your intuition, I feel like you are more prepared for this than maybe someone else is. And the relationship message for you, Cancer, is this. Relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know what you need to be truly happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. Yeah, this too shall pass. But I am going to read the protection because I feel like someone, now I don't know if this is you or them, but I feel like, again, because the advice is the Six of Cups, maybe both of you could use this advice here. There are conditions brewing in your life that you don't have control over. And that's a reminder here. But because you have this angelic energy behind it, I feel like this is something that is meant to be. Okay. It is meant to be. Whatever is happening here is fated. It's destined. It's aligned. And it says here, don't fight these changes. Change is inevitable and is for the best, for the highest good. Even if this storm blows away the structures that you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit angels, spirit guides, spiritual realm, this is your ally. And I feel like this temperance energy here is saying, okay, sometimes we are trying to be patient. Sometimes we have waited out the storm. Okay. But there's change here. And I feel like this is for the better for you, because remember, the Chariot is in the upright and this is in your what's hidden position. And it may be still a few weeks out for you, but she's coming out of the forest and into the clarity, right? Into the beautiful blossoming red flowers here. Red is the energy of stability, and that also aligns with the King of Pentacles. So either some of you are calling in a King of Pentacle, or you yourself are standing in the King of Pentacles, where you're ready for this change. You have been preparing for it. And I feel like you're exactly where you are meant to be. All right, Cancer, let's get a message here from the crystal spirits. And at this time, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big breath in from the nose, and hold it for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And release through the mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be a crystal that you are familiar with and maybe even know the name of. Perhaps your crystal is showing up as a specific color, shape, or size. Your crystal could be emanating a frequency of unconditional love, balance, healing, or protection. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystal spirit in the comment section below, and I personally will enter you into that giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the community tab. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Okay, you have here selenite, and I actually have the very same looking selenite here that's on the card. If you see it there, I know the light is a little bit bright, and selenite is a powerful stone. It's about liquid light, basically. It's very fluid, it's flexible, it brings in illumination and clarity, raising your vibration. And I feel like that's what's happening here. Literally with the Ascension card, you are raising your vibration here. And the relationship message for you is this. Relationships offer us an opportunity to deepen our love and trust. There's that Queen of Cups, to experience personal transformation, because wanting to make a relationship work can be the key to releasing your beliefs about how the other person ought to act and how very right that you are all at all times, right? This can go for the other person as well. Selenite spirit calls you to bring your light and shine it on your truth. Be more flexible so that even when obstacles seem to be blocking you from love, you recognize your ability to become fluid and move around them. The conscious universe wants you to have the relationship you desire. You are called to raise your vibration and put energy into what you do want instead of what you don't want. Look at the other person from another angle. Try to understand their point of view. This movement can shift everything and help you see them differently too, and help you see you differently as well. The magic of love is that it can take many forms, all of which can help us heal the old patterns that kept us stuck and unable to move forward in our purpose. Now, meditating with selenite, for those of you that either have this stone or you are just connecting to the energy here, it brings purity to our thoughts, okay? And it can really help us clear out clutter based on old beliefs or our own fears in a sense. Selenite clears our energy as well as the energy of other crystals. So if you have crystals that need cleansing, put it around selenite. It is the cleansing stone. This is an optimal stone to have in a healing room or a space. If you are having that conversation with someone, make sure you have a selenite handy. It says here, this is an optimal stone to keep the space free of any unwanted energies, right? It can be a really great one to have in the room to just clear the air. For those of you that want a fresh, clean slate, which Cancer, I mean, you do. This is about your truth. This is about your honesty. It is about you being able to express your emotions without feeling like you will be admonished or criticized in some way. Okay. You want to be able to express and free flow. And maybe that hasn't always come easy. Sometimes perhaps you've held back because of pain or because of fear. But I see that selenite energy is working through you, and you're definitely raising your vibrations. All right. Lastly, let's get a message here from your soul's truth. What does your soul want you to know at this time so you can rise up into the best version of yourself? You have, what risk can I take today? Be not mistaken. You will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. You will have to take the big, scary leap, but do not fret because your soul has wings. Today's soul action. What risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more thinking, only doing. Be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you are really made of. I love that for you because there is a change here. And what happens is we resist change. Or it could even be that someone that you're dealing with is resisting change, and that may mean that you see them or see the situation from a new perspective. And because I see a lot of change brewing here, and you have literally a change in the wind, I feel like you've been preparing for this. So it's not like you're going in blindly. I feel like you know your worth, Cancer. You're not going to settle for less than you deserve, and you are ready to take a risk. Maybe this risk is opening up your heart to love. And that seems scary because you have been hurt before. But I feel like it'll be oh so worth it. That is what I have for you, Cancer. If you like the message, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, do comment below your crystal spirits. And if you like the message again, feel free to subscribe. And I'm sending all of you Cancerians out there lots of love. Till next time.